It's the season finale of Hooked on Sports, and we're going out today with a bang. We got a couple of Badgers in the boat. Head coach Tony Granato, assistant coach Mark Osiecki. Guys, thanks for making the trip all the way here to Door County. You guys ready to catch some fish?
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. Let's do it.
The fish we're biting, just not the ones we wanted.
It's a little guy. Yeah, thanks, Tone. I'm not having a trophy shot with that.
Not until first mate, 5-year-old Jared, showed us how it's done.
Pretty heavy, isn't it? Good job. It's coming.
This might be a big one.
Yeah! Ours wasn't even half that size. Hey, awesome.
Back in February, Granato served as head coach for Team USA at the Olympics in Pyeongchang. With the NHL backing out of the games, Coach Granato led his underdog group to the quarterfinals, falling just one shootout goal away from the next round.
Tough way to go out. I mean, how do you approach a locker room like that as a head coach afterwards?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is to let them know how proud we were of them. You know, I thought we could win it, and I think all of our staff did. We had a lot of players that a lot of their careers were written off by NHL teams. They had gone over and played in Europe, but they were really good hockey players. I think as the tournament built, our players started to believe that, heck, you know, these coaches aren't as crazy as we thought they were when they told us we could win it. 2022
in Beijing. I know it's a ways away, but is there any talk of Tony Granato coming back as head coach for Team USA?
No, I think there's a lot of time before it'll be determined whether the NHL players will be back. There might be one more with non-NHL guys.
Well, that might mean that we get one more with Tony Granato, so that'd be pretty cool.
That.
We got a fish!
Good job! That's the whack fish. Oh. Andy, great work.
Good job, Andy.
Nice job. Well, they just keep getting bigger and bigger.
They do.
That's a good sized fish.
Great fish, great fight.
Assistant coach Mark Osiecki is no stranger to this area. He coached the Green Bay Gamblers for 7 years.
We must score! And the Gamblers are Clark Cup champions!
You won a Clark Cup in 2000. Take me through those memories here.
Well, memories of Green Bay are outstanding. Both my kids were born in Green Bay. I think our family would move back here in a heartbeat. The city and the fans, just how they embrace the Gamblers, it's incredible for the kids to be able to come in and be around the Packers and then have an experience with the Gamblers that carry it to such a professional level. It's such a fun experience.
Oh, we got a good one? Starting to load the bucket pretty good now.
Yeah, I like it.
Rainbow? Yep.
Probably rainbow trout.
Oh!
I got fish things in my mouth because of that.
Oh,
I'm gonna get you now. I'm gonna get you now.
Earlier this month, 4 freshman Badgers heard their names called at the 2018 NHL Draft. A lot of great names have worn the red and white over the years, but Coach Granato thinks this incoming class is one of the best in Badgers history.
So we got a really solid class coming in. I think this is the class that you know, in a few years out, we'll look back as the foundation class that got our program into a really good position as far as how we want to play and kind of set the tone for what our program will look like in the future.
Tony, you got to spend some years playing with the great one, Wayne Gretzky, in LA, right?
I did.
You remember when you first walked into the Kings locker room, looked over and said, that's my teammate now?
It's a better story than that.
Okay,
So
let's hear. I was hoping there was.
There's a better story than that. So we get traded, and Thomas Sandstrom and I went together, and we assumed when we got to Vancouver to meet our team, when we check into the hotel, Thomas and I were hoping we were roommates. We weren't. Okay. So I get a different key than Thomas, and as I'm walking to the room, I ran into Bob Miller, and I asked him, hey, I'm rooming with a guy named W. Douglas. Who's this guy? And he started laughing. He said, that's what Wayne registers under. So my first meeting with Wayne wasn't in the locker room. It was as a roommate.
You roomed with him. How's he as a roommate? Does he snore?
He's the best. I give him the controls. He can watch whatever he wants. And
Great guys and a great trip on the water. And what a season it's been. We can't thank our captain, Andy, from Door County Charters enough for being a huge part of the show. Just incredible guy. He knows the water like the back of his own hand. You're going to catch fish if you go with him, and you can. Just give him a call at the number listed on your screen. Check him out on Facebook or on his website, doorcountycharters.com. Maybe even get to meet his first mate, his son Jared, who was a heck of a lot of fun to go out there with as well.